Okay, this video is going to discuss increasing your stitches. Increasing, and then I'll do a different video on decreasing. But I did have one student last class ask me about this, and so I thought it was a good time to go ahead and post a video on it. When you're increasing and decreasing, most often we're talking about a circle. Because in order for the circle to stay flat, you obviously have to decrease your stitches because you're going around and around and around, and it's getting wider and wider and wider. And if you were to just crochet in every V like you do on a straight edge project, your project is going to start curling like this. Now, if you're doing a stocking cap, that's what you want because you want it to curl down their head like that. If you're doing a pot holder, though, you want it to stay flat, sort of like those in the background. So that's where the increasing stitch comes in. Increasing is super easy. So I'm doing double crochet here on this particular circle that I'm doing. So double crochet, yarn over, go in the V, pull through both of your sets of 2. As I go around, I need to increase to make this wider. So to increase, all I do is put a second stitch in that same V. So as you can see there are 2 double crochets in that V right there. And as I go along, I'm not going to do it to every single one because that would increase it too fast. So that one I'm going to put 1. This next one I'm going to just put 1. I like to do sets of 3s. I like to do an increase, single, single, an increase, single, single. Sometimes I like to do sets of 5 where I increase, single, 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 increase on the 5th one every time. Here I'm going to do an increase. So I'll put 2 of my stitches, whatever stitch I'm using, which like I said, this is the double crochet. I'm going to put 2 in the same V. That, as you can see, instead of being this many stitches, it's going to increase me by 1. I'm going to go ahead and do a single here and another single here, and then slip stitch into the top of my row and finish my row out. And that will keep my circle flat. That is increasing. One thing you can do is if you haven't increased enough, you'll see that it's, that it's curling. If it lays flat, you've increased enough. It's perfect. Now, if you increase too much and it's too big, it's going to start doing this curly thing like that because you've got so many and it won't lay flat. It'll have like a bump in it like that, or it won't lay flat. But if you've increased enough, just enough, it'll lay flat for you. So like I said, I like to do every 3rd stitch or every 5th stitch when I'm doing it. But to increase, you're just going to put 2 in the same V every so often to get it to lay flat as you go out. When you're going up to the next level, same thing. You're going to chain up. You're going to go into your stitch. Start your next row. I like to do groups of 3, so I'm going to do a double in this one, do a double in this one, and then I'm going to increase into this one. So I'm going to put 2 stitches in the same V. There you can see it again. There's 2 in there. It increases my row by 1. Now, if you've over increased, like if I was to keep increasing and I'm getting over increasing, if you're not following a pattern and you're doing freehand, one of the things you'll notice is you'll get way far ahead of your stitch. You'll be over here and you still got a stitch back here. One thing, if you've not increased enough, like if I go around and I'm just putting 1 and I do another one and I'm just going, all of a sudden I'm like, oh, it's starting to curl. I don't know if I've done enough or not to get it to not curl. What am I doing? You'll notice that I'm way far back here. I need to scoot my stitches around because I'm just going to keep pulling it. So I would increase right here and catch my row back up so that I'm more forward in my stitches and staying straight above my V. That also is an indicator that you've either increased too much or too little. But as you can see, just with those 2 increases, I'm laying pretty flat. So that's what you look for when you're increasing. That's how to increase. It's just 1 extra stitch every so often in the same V. You can do this on any stitch, single crochet, trebles, slip stitches, doubles, any stitch that you're doing, you can put 2 in the same V and increase so that your project lays flat as you continue it. Any questions on this or comments, feel free to message or write them below this video. And happy crocheting. I hope this answers questions on increasing your stitches.